All right, this is file 09-14191-FC, People of the State of Michigan versus Marshall Scott Sazby. We are here today for a status conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Brooke?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jennifer Bruggeman on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison Swain on behalf of Marshall Sazby, who is also appearing via Zoom.
All right, and Ms. Swain, where are we with Mr. Sazby's case today?
Sure. So I have made contact with Ms. Bergman, and we are, and she will correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're both in agreement that we would request from this court an updated PSI, as the last PSI was completed over 2 years ago in December of 2023. And we are ready to either put some dates on the record or for scheduling a resentencing, which we are willing to do through a scheduling order, or if the court prefers, we can nail them down right now. I think we talked about ordering an updated PSI, are hopefully getting at that by the end of March. I believe the date that we discussed was March 31st. And then either we could come back for a status conference at the beginning of April, once that's complete, to set a scheduling order for sentencing memos and PSI corrections, or the prosecution and I can get together and agree to a scheduling order. But I think I am comfortable that we would be ready to set a resentencing date for the end of April, early May.
Okay, and Ms. Brugman, are you in agreement with that?
Yes, Your Honor, that's an accurate assessment. I have not reached out to Ms. Hawley, is the probation officer on this file. I have not reached out to her. So if this court is inclined to order another PSI, which I think is probably appropriate, again, given the length of time that has gone by, and also I believe Ms. Swain would like to attend. I don't think that when Ms. Hennigan was on this case, I could be wrong, but I don't think when she was on this case she attended the last PSI update either. So probably would be advisable just from an appellate perspective. I don't want to have any issues with that. And in light of this court schedule as I know it, over the next couple of months, we just figured the end of March. I know that that's plenty of time to do an updated PSI, but in light of that, in light of the court schedule with the upcoming trial, I am fine with the end of March. And then I think it would be best if we could just set another status conference, like the first week of April, and then set the dates for a resentencing and then sentencing memos to be due. But again, that I'll just leave that in the court's discretion. I know the last time when Ms. Hennigan was on the case, we had scheduled we had scheduled several resentencing dates, and Ms. Hennigan was going to have a due date for her resentencing memo, and then mine, I believe, was due 3 weeks later. I don't know if we want to get that far ahead of ourselves at this point, but again, I'll leave that to the court.
Okay, so there's obvious agreement on the need for an updated pre-sentence investigation report. So I will order that and request it from the probation office. I think with respect to scheduling a date, I'd like to get a sentencing date on the books now, just because things are starting to fill up and are likely going to fill up fast between now and the end of March, when we might have our next status conference. So I don't want you to be get to that date and then have to look into even later into June or so for a sentencing date. So why don't we go with April 30th for a sentencing date? If the end of April or early May was, I think, the suggestion. If something comes up and we need to move that, obviously we can talk about that, but I'd like to get something on the books.
That works for me, Your Honor.
It also works for me, Your Honor. And may I just chime in, Ms. Bergerman explained this to the court, which I appreciate. I would like to be present at the PSIR interview. And so I know every court is different. In Wayne County, they want us to say that to so that it's a part of the referral. So I'm just indicating if there's any way to indicate on the referral that I would like to be there, but I'm happy to coordinate with the probation agent to schedule.
Okay, I'll do an order with that in it, just so we have a paper trail of it, and I'm sure the probation officer will see that and respond accordingly, but it would probably also help if you reached out to Ms. Holly and contacted her and just let her know.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, what time was that for the resentencing?
That would be 8:15.
Okay.
Hey, Judge, you're not available on the 30th. Could you do May 7th? You're in Washtenaw on April 30th.
Okay. All right, so could we do May 7th at 8:15 rather than April 30th?
Yes, Your Honor.
One moment, Your Honor. It's possible I may be out of town that day. It's not for sure, but if we could maybe move it to the 14th, if that would work.
My dates don't go that far out, Francis. Am I available on May 14th?
Yes, you are, Judge.
And Ms. Swain, does that work for you?
Yes, that works for me.
So May 14th at 8:15. Okay, and then do you want to set a status conference to discuss deadlines for memorandums?
That would be great.
Let's go with March 25th then at 8:15.
Your Honor, that's spring break week. I'm gonna be gone that week.
Okay. About March 18th.
That works.
That should work for me, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll send out an order that has all that information in it. Is there anything else that we need to address today?
No, Your Honor, we'll prepare the writs for both of those. The status conference, I'm assuming by Zoom, and the resentencing by in person.
Ms. Swain, do you know whether Mr. Sazby wants to be in person for the resentencing?
Your Honor, I have not had an opportunity to speak to him about that. So can we update the court at the status conference?
I think that'd probably work, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll do the Zoom for the status conference, and then we can figure that out. Okay, thank
That
you.
sounds great.
All right, I think we're all set then. So, Mr. Sazby, you can let the officer with you know that you're done with court, and attorneys are free to log out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, Mr. Coller is here in person. You need to speak to him.
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Caulfield, step outside to the iPad. Mr. Fry, I have Ms. Pate here in the courtroom. Are you going to need to speak to her?
Yes, please.
Okay, the iPad is in use right now, so as soon as that's available, I'll have you do that.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Haysha, I have Mr. Huffman here in joining the meeting right now. Are you going to need a breakout session with him?
No, Your Honor, and good morning. We sent in plea forms yesterday. We're prepared to take a plea.
Oh, okay, yep, I've got that. Thank you. All right, this is file 25-22437-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Gary Lee Huffman. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, we're proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record? Is it Ms. Arnold or Mr. Sneak?
It's me, Your Honor. It's me, Allison Arnold for the people.
And Your Honor, good morning. Vincent Hayes show with and on behalf of Gary Huffman, who's present through Zoom without objection.
Okay, and sir, you are Gary Lee Huffman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Hayes, you had indicated that Mr. Huffman is going to enter a plea today. Is that correct?
That is, Your Honor.
Okay, do you want to state the terms of the plea agreement for the record, please?
Your Honor, there is going to be an added count 3 placed, and there's been an amended information filed. That would be possession of a controlled substance, the 4-year felony. I'm just drawing the agreement up right now. That is under MCL. Apologize.
I can put it on the record if
Oh,
you
yeah,
want.
I've got it, Allison. 333.7403, sub 2, sub A, sub small v. And Your Honor, we have a plea agreement wherein, upon acceptance of that plea, my client would be sentenced to 4 years of probation with no immediate or upfront jail time, appropriate terms and conditions set by the court, and we've agreed to a stipulated fine of $20,000.
And just to put the rest of the agreement on the record, we're both agreeing to sentencing under 333.7411, and the people will dismiss counts 1 and 2.
All correct. Thank you, Ms. Arnold.
Okay. Mr. Huffman, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury?
I do.
And you are Gary Lee Huffman, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Huffman, you've heard the statement of your attorney and the prosecuting attorney. Is it your intention to plead guilty today to count 3, possession of cocaine, heroin, or another narcotic less than 25 grams?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for that offense is up to 4 years in prison and or a $25,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Haitian and the advice that he's given you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Neither the prosecutor, defendant, or anyone acting on the defendant's behalf has discussed a possible sentence with the court other than as we've discussed it on the record here this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, I was asking Ms. Arnold.
Oh, yes, Your Honor, sorry.
Is that correct, Mr. Haitian?
That is, Your Honor.
Is that also your understanding, Mr. Huffman?
Yes, Your Honor.
If a guilty plea is accepted, there'll be no trial. That means you're giving up the rights that you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those to you now to make sure that you understand them. You have the right to a speedy public trial by jury. You could ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and the court agreed, you could have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you're guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at your trial, to have the witnesses against you appear at your trial, and to ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at your trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial and not have that silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you wanted to testify. Do you understand, Mr. Huffman, that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at a trial?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you also understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to your plea would be by application for leave to appeal and not by right?
I do, Your Honor.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, conviction of a crime can result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have any questions about any of the rights I've explained to you?
I do not, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you're giving those rights up?
I do, Your Honor.
How do you wish to plead then to the charge that on or about January 1, 2023 through June 28, 2023 in Hudson Township, Lenawee County, Michigan, that you did commit the offense of possession of cocaine of less than 25 grams?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Huffman, he's asking if you're pleading guilty or not guilty to that crime.
Guilty, Your Honor.
And Judge, just for the record, I'm not sure, Mr. Haitian, I didn't discuss it. I'm not sure if Mr. Huffman is going to put the factual basis on for that crime or the factual basis for count 1 as is permissible under the court rule.
We would do count 1, Ms. Arnold. I think that makes more sense.
Okay.
May I have voir dire, Your Honor?
I'll let you do that in just a moment. Let me ask a few more questions of Mr. Huffman and then we'll do that. Mr. Huffman, has your attorney made any, has anyone made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead guilty to that charge?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if I accept your plea, you'll be giving up any and all claims that that plea was given as a result of threats or promises that were not disclosed to the court on the record this morning, or that it was not your own choice to enter that plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the prosecutor or defense counsel aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than this plea bargain to induce Mr. Huffman to plead guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Huffman, other than as we've discussed it on the record this morning, has your attorney promised you a particular sentence or estimated what your sentence would be?
No, Your Honor.
If your plea is accepted and you engage in misconduct, the court is not bound by any sentencing agreement or evaluation. Misconduct includes but is not limited to absconding or failing to appear at sentencing, violating bond conditions, violating the terms of any plea or sentence agreement, or otherwise failing to comply with an order of the court pending sentencing. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Haish, if you'd like to voir dire with respect to the factual basis, you can do that now.
Thank you much, Your Honor. Mr. Huffman, directing your attention again to the period of January 1, 2023 through approximately June 28, 2023. Do you agree that at times during that time period, you were present in Hudson Township?
Yes.
And do you agree, you'd agree with me, that's in Lenawee County, state of Michigan?
Yes.
And did you, during that time period, possess in the aggregate at least 5 kilograms of marijuana?
Yes.
And you knew this to be, in fact, marijuana?
Yes.
And was it your intent during that time period and during the time that you possessed that marijuana to deliver and or manufacture that marijuana?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
We are, Your Honor.
Okay.
I am.
Has the court complied with MCR 6.302 B, C, and D, Ms. Arnold?
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Haysha?
It has, Your Honor.
All right. I will accept the plea then. It's been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. Mr. Huffman has had full knowledge of his rights and he has had competent counsel. Court's not made any agreement regarding the possibility of a plea or sentence in this case with the prosecutor, defense attorney, defendant, or anyone acting in the interest of any of them other than as has been placed on the record here this morning. I will refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation and set sentencing for March 5th at 8:15 a.m.
Your Honor, if I may, I apologize to jump on the court. I think I'm out of. Oh no, no, I'm not. I'm in the country at that point. I'm leaving in early March for just a bit with my wife, but I'll be in on the 5th. So I'll see you on the 5th. Would it be possible to set that a bit later in the morning, Your Honor? I come in from Oakland County. I can leave early, but that's the day that I have my kids, and I have to get them dropped off to school. Perhaps around 10 o'clock.
I don't have an ability to do that because we have a jury trial going that day, which is, I know it's happening because it's starting next week.
I'm aware of the trial. We had some association with that case as well. I'll make arrangements to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We can do it over Zoom if you prefer to do it by Zoom. Obviously, Mr. Huffman has a right to be in person for the sentencing.
If the court would oblige, I'm okay with that.
Mr. Huffman, do you understand you have a right to be present here in person for your sentencing hearing?
Yes, I understand that, Your Honor.
I can only do it by Zoom if you're willing to waive that right. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll proceed by Zoom then on March 5th at 8:15.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Huffman, someone from the probation department is going to be in touch with you to do a pre-sentence investigation. When you do that interview, please be truthful about this offense and about your background. I am going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Walsh from the Public Defender's Office so she can collect your contact information and give you some instructions on what to do next.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Haitian, do you want to be a part of that breakout?
That's okay. That's just instructional. That's fine. Gary, call me later if you have any questions.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thank you much, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day. See you, Miss Arnold.
And Ms. Pate, if you want to step outside to the iPad, I will put you in a breakout session with Mr. Fry. All right, and Ms. Underwood, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Coller?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, this is file 25-22490-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Brian Cody Coller. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case. We are proceeding today by video conference and in person. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed?
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Coller today, Your Honor.
All right, where do we stand, Ms. Underwood, with Mr. Coller's case?
There is an offer that we are probably the I's need to be dotted. Mr. Coller wants to come in and have a few questions answered. So just a brief adjournment, Your Honor, and we should be able to resolve this case. We now have our answer on recovery court, so that's where we are at the moment, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Sneed, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we can set it for February 4th at 8:15.
Thank you, Your Honor, and I have no problem doing the stip to adjourn with Mr. Sneed's permission.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I do have one more question. The fingerprint paper,
Yeah.
I lost it. If I could get a copy of that, please, and I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I go to the jail or
You go to the Adrian Police Department.
the one right next to the courthouse here?
Or
the one on,
the one over by the Adrian Public Library.
Okay.
Right next to the
Yeah,
library.
thank you, sir.
Give me 1 second to print that.
Yes,
word.
Thank you, Rhonda. Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so the City of Adrian Police Department, Monday through Thursday at 7:30 a.m.
I gotta be there at 7:30 a.m.?
Yeah, that's when they do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, so you're all set. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Just click OK and then say.
He's in jail. He's not gonna show up. Call him jail for it. Okay, this is file 25-22470-FH and 25-22471-FH. People versus Michael Andrew Goick. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, in these two cases, we are proceeding by video conference. First, can I have the prosecutor place your appearance on the record?
Isaac Sneed for the people.
And Mr. Goick, I'm going to send you a request to unmute your device, sir. All right,
Yes.
and sir, you are Michael Andrew Goick?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Goick, you have, according to the Register of Actions, have not been represented by an attorney. You are entitled to be represented by an attorney at this proceeding and at any other proceedings that we have regarding this matter. If you're not able to afford your own attorney, I will appoint one for you from the Public Defender's Office. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I saw from the Register of Actions that you had previously requested to be represented by an attorney and that the district court determined that you weren't eligible for a public defender. Is that accurate?
Well, I had a previous attorney and I had to dismiss them, and I have attained a new attorney. He's here at the meeting too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is your attorney?
Anthony Abro.
All right, Mr. Abro, Mr. Goick had just informed me, I called his case and he had just informed me that you are his attorney. Send a request to unmute your device.
I apologize, Your Honor. I had my volume down. I didn't hear the beginning of what you had said. My apologies.
Okay, so I had called the case and Mr. Goick had just informed me that you represented him. So I brought you in from the Zoom waiting room. Do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Anthony Abro here on behalf of the defendant, Michael Goick.
Okay, and Mr. Abro, have you filed an appearance with the court?
Yeah, I sent an appearance in both matters since it's two cases. I sent it through the mail sometime last week, so I don't know if the court has received it yet.
That's fine. It's not in the file yet. I'm sure it's in the clerk's office being processed. I just wanted to make sure that that had happened. So, all right then. Where then do we stand with Mr. Goick's case today?
Yes, Your Honor. So I actually spoke with Mr. Bayonetto since I had just recently came in on this case. I'm still kind of reviewing exactly everything that we have, trying to see what discovery I may need. And I had mentioned if we could potentially get this matter adjourned, at least for me to be able to look over everything and see how to proceed best for my client's defense. And I was hoping that the court would provide us with an adjournment, maybe a few weeks if possible, so that I can get everything together.
Okay, Mr. Sneed, is there anything that needs to be addressed from the people's side?
No, thank you. The people have no objection to that request.
Okay, why don't we go then with February 18th at 8:15, if that date works?
Let me just check my calendar, Your Honor, please, if you give me one moment. Yeah, that should work fine for me, Your Honor.
All right, so February 18th at 8:15 a.m. is your next date, and you'll log in using all the same Zoom information that you used today.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate it. And thank you to the people for no objections. Thank you.
Okay, I think we're all set then. So, Mr. Goick and Mr. Abro, you can go ahead and log out.
Thank you, sir. You have a great
Can
day.
I-
need a
can I ask
stipulated
a
order.
Question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So will you be providing me with the Zoom information?
It's going to be the
It's the-
same.
It's the same Zoom information that you used today.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, as mentioned, do we need any order? Will the court provide an order?
Mr. Abro, if you could prepare a stipulation and order for the adjournment to that next date and submit it all, I would appreciate that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
And if I may address, Mr. Abro, if you could please, you can sign my name to that stipulation, please.
Okay, and what was the name? So just so I have it.
Isaac Sneed, Snead.
Snead, Isaac, Issic, I'm guessing.
ISAAC.
ISAAC. Okay, no problem. Sorry. Thank you. You guys all have a great day. Thank you.
Okay, we're all set then. You can go ahead and log out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fry, are you ready to proceed with Ms. Pate?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22449-FH, People versus Savannah Ray Pate. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today partially in person and partially by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Arnold.
Allison Arnold for the people.
Brian Fry for Savannah Pate.
And Miss, you are Savannah Ray Pate, correct? All right. Mr. Fry, where do we stand with Ms. Pate's case today?
Yes, Your Honor. So my understanding from Miss Arnold is the prosecutor's office in the next week or so is going to be making a decision on whether new charges will be issued regarding Miss Pate or not. Obviously, that information will affect, potentially how we resolve this case. So I think we're both in agreement that an adjournment, would be appropriate to figure out what's going to happen, with that from the prosecutor, so we can move forward on dealing with this. So we'd ask for an adjournment. Thank you.
And Judge, I just received that warrant request actually this morning. I appreciate the court's patience, but it took law enforcement a long time to get it to me. So through no fault of their own.
All right, so I can adjourn this to February 18th at 8:15 a.m.
That works, Your Honor.
So in looking at the file, it appears there's an outstanding warrant for Ms. Pate related to an alleged contempt for positive drug test for cocaine back in December. Were you aware of that, Mr. Fry?
I I did receive that bench warrant. I didn't discuss with Miss Pate what she wanted to do with that today though. I was aware of that.
Judge, this is their second violation for testing positive for cocaine. She was testing positive for cocaine back in November. She pled not guilty to that contempt on December 17th. You ordered a swab. We did a swab on her that day. That too came back positive for cocaine. And then she missed, she hasn't tested since. She was a no-show December 22nd and 23. So I believe she's actively using.
Did you say, Mr. Coates, that she has not tested since?
Correct. She was a no-show on 12/22 and also 12/23. And after that, I still haven't received any more results.
All right, so obviously that's not a situation that the court can tolerate. One of the reasons that Ms. Pate has been allowed to be out on bond was that she would be doing the drug testing and we could confirm that there was not any active use going on. If the last test we had was positive for cocaine use and there's been no further tests, I simply can't have Ms. Pate out in the public at this point. So I'm going to ask that Ms. Pate be taken into custody on the warrant and
Was the bond on that 15,000 cash or surety, Your Honor?
15,000 cash or surety.
Thank you.
Mr. Fry, do you want to try to make arrangements to talk to her about that later today and then arraign her later today? Or do you want to enter a not guilty plea now, or how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, if we can just enter a not guilty plea now, and then I'll talk to her about how we want to handle it going forward at our next hearing.
All right. Ms. Pate, have you received a copy of that warrant?
No. I only got the phone call.
1 second, I'll get you a copy.
Is Savannah, in the event you bond out, come and see me because I need to get you back on those drug screens.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Pate, the bailiff's handing you a copy of the warrant that was issued. That warrant does allege that you violate conditions of your probation by testing positive for cocaine on December 17th, 2025. That would be, if proven, a contempt of court. The maximum possible penalty for a contempt of court is up to 93 days in jail or $7,500 in fines. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. Obviously, you're already represented by Mr. Fry, who has asked that we enter a not guilty plea for you. So I will enter a not guilty plea on that contempt, and we will set a hearing on that contempt for February 18th at 8:15 a.m. Consistent with the pretrial in this case. Mr. Fry, if you speak to Ms. Pate and she wants to do something different between now and then, just contact the court and we can get you on the docket.
I will do that, Your Honor. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Okay, I think we're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, I have Mr. Zjac here. Are you going to need to speak with him?
If I could please, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and the gentleman that just joined in, you are Mr. Smead?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Smead, it looks like your attorney, Ms. Underwood, has logged out of my Zoom session.
I actually have a complaint to make about her.
All right, well, I can't do that now. I have to wait until she's here and present. So I'm going to put you back in the waiting room, and when she gets back logged into my court, I'll bring you back in.
Okay.
Your Honor. Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yeah, Ms. Williams, I can't, Ms. Underwood, his attorney's not here. I don't know if it's anything other than a procedural when we're going to talk about this case. I can't discuss it.
No, I just wanted to let you know that I have another hearing at 9:30, so I may have to also jump in between hearings if she's not back by then.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and I'm sorry, Mr. Murphy, you needed a breakout session with Mr. Zjac, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
Yes. Okay. Okay, for the person that just joined the Zoom meeting, I've sent you a request to unmute your device. And can you tell me your name?
Hi, Asha West.
Okay, one second. Mr. Glazier, do you need to speak to Ms. West?
No, I spoke with her yesterday, Your Honor.
Okay. This is file 25-22408-FH, People versus Tyasha Janetta West. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed?
Isaac Sneed for the people.
John Glazier on behalf of Miss West.
Okay, Mr. Glazier, where do we stand with Ms. West's case today?
Your Honor, I thought we were going to resolve this, but apparently we can't, so we just need to set it for a trial.
All right, Mr. Sneed, how long do you believe we'll need for trial?
2 days, Your Honor.
Do you agree that 2 days is sufficient, Mr. Glazier?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, Francis, could we have a 2-day jury trial date, please?
Would you like that backed up to anything, Judge?
I defer to Mr. Glazier or Mr. Sneed. Do you want that to be a backup date or a date where you're first up?
I'd rather be a first up, Your Honor.
Yeah, I have no position, Judge.
Okay. All right, so let's find a date where they're not a backup, please.
Okay. So we have Tuesday, August 25th at 9 and Wednesday, August 26th at 10:30.
That works for the people.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Let's do a final pretrial then on August 19th at 8:15 a.m.
Could I have 1 second, Judge? Judge, I didn't think about that's awful close to a vacation I got set. Let me check with my secretary.
All right.
Yeah, that'll work, Judge.
Okay. So final pretrial on August 19th at 8:15, trial on August 25th at 9, August 26th at 10:30. The court will issue a scheduling order with those dates in it and send it out to you.
All right.
Your Honor, if I
And,
could place the plea offer on the record.
Yes, go ahead.
People are willing to offer a misdemeanor reduction with a delayed sentence under MCL 771.1 with an agreement to no jail. And at that point, we would request a restitution hearing, and the defendant would be subject to a wage assignment during that 1-year delayed sentence term. And the felonies would be dismissed.
All right. Is there any expiration on that offer? Or does that remain open, Mr. Sneed?
No expiration date as of today, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so Ms. West, your next date is August 19th at 8:15 a.m. That one you can do by Zoom, and you'll use the same Zoom information that you used to log in today.
Okay.
Miss West, you ought to come in and see me within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
All right, we're all set, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then you can go ahead and log out, Ms. West.
Yeah, no, that's all I have with you, except for Ketzner at 9:30, so I'll be back.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glazer.
Right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Zjac?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is file 25-22430-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Joseph John Zjac III. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed?
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Zjac.
And Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Mr. Zajac's case today?
Your Honor, Mr. Zjac is going to plead. We've sent over a copy of the plea agreement signed with Mr. Zajac's permission because he's not physically in my office to do that, as well as a copy of the advice of rights that I reviewed with Mr. Zjac as well, if the court will accept that. Mr. Zjac will be pleading guilty to count 1, operating with a high BAC, third offense, dismissal of count 2, as well as the habitual offender status. And there's some misdemeanor files that will be dismissed as well with this plea. And Mr. Zjac has been screened and is entering into sobriety court. With his entrance into sobriety court, the people agree to suspend what is allowable under the statute, any further or any jail at the initial sentencing. I believe Mr. Zjac has spent 3 days in jail, 3 nights in jail. I believe that satisfies a statutory requirement for 48 hours. However, again, the people would agree that because he's entering sobriety court to suspend any further jail. So again, Mr. Zjac would wish to enter that plea of guilty at this time.
Doesn't the statute require 30 days to 1 year?
It allows it to be suspended if a person is entering into a specialty court, from my understanding of the statute. Those 30 days can be suspended with that.
All right. Okay, Mr. Zjac, I'll need you to unmute your device. And raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury?
I do.
And you are Joseph John Zjac III?
I am.
Mr. Zjac, you've heard the statement of your attorney and the prosecuting attorney. Is it your intention to plead guilty today to count 1, operating with a high blood alcohol content, 3rd offense?
Yes, it is.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for that offense is a fine of $500 to $5,000 and either 1 to 5 years incarceration or probation with 30 days to 1 year in jail, at least 48 hours to be served consecutively, and 60 to 180 days community service, rehabilitative programs, cost of prosecution, reimbursement to the government agency, and mandatory vehicle immobilization for not less than 1 year or more than 3 years.
Yes, I understand.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Murphy and the advice that he's given you?
Yes.
Neither the prosecutor, defendant, or anyone acting on the defendant's behalf has discussed a possible sentence with the court other than as we've discussed it on the record here this morning. Is that correct, Mr. Sneed?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Mr. Murphy?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is that also your understanding, Mr. Zjac?
Yes, it is.
If a guilty plea is accepted, there'll be no trial. That means you're giving up the rights that you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those to you now to make sure that you understand them. You do have the right to a speedy public trial by jury. You could ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and the court agreed, you could have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at your trial, to have the witnesses against you appear at your trial, and to ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at your trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial and not have that silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you wanted to testify. You understand, Mr. Zjac, that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at a trial.
I understand.
Do you also understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to your plea would be by application for leave to appeal and not by right?
Yes.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, conviction of a crime can result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have any questions about any of the rights that I've explained to you?
No, I don't.
Do you understand that you're giving those rights up?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about August 28th, 2025, in the city of Adrian, County of Lenawee, state of Michigan, you did commit the offense of operating with a high blood alcohol content, 3rd offense?
Guilty.
Has anybody made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead guilty to that charge?
No.
Do you understand that if I accept your plea, you're giving up any and all claims that that plea was given as a result of threats or promises that were not disclosed to the court on the record this morning, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea?
Yes.
The prosecutor or defense counsel aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than the plea bargain to induce Mr. Zjac to plead guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Zjac, has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimated what your sentence would be?
I'm sorry?
Has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimated what your sentence would be other than as we've talked about on the record this morning?
No, Your Honor.
If your plea is accepted, and you engage in misconduct, the court will not be bound by any sentencing agreement or evaluation. Misconduct includes but is not limited to absconding or failing to appear at sentencing, violating bond conditions, violating the terms of any plea or sentence agreement, or otherwise failing to comply with an order of the court pending sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty today?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Murphy, do you want to establish the factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Mr. Zjac, were you indeed in the city of Adrian, the county of Lenawee, the state of Michigan on August 28, 2025?
Yes.
Yes. And on that date, did you operate your motor vehicle on a public highway?
Yes.
And actually, when you made contact with the police, were you in the parking lot of 7-Eleven while it was open to the public?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And would you agree that you consumed alcoholic beverages that resulted in your blood alcohol content being over a 0.17?
Yes.
Actually, wasn't your BAC registered at a 0.19 at the when they did the test?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And did you do you indeed have prior operating with the high BAC in May of 2016 in
Yes.
Lenawee County? And do you also have a prior operating while intoxicated with an occupant under 16 in June of 2018 here in Lenawee County?
Yes.
Your Honor, I believe we satisfy the factual basis.
Mr. Sneed, are the people satisfied?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Has the court complied with MCR 6.302 B, C, and D, Mr. Sneed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Murphy?
It has, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I'll accept the plea then. It's been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. Mr. Zjac has had full knowledge of his rights and he has had competent counsel. Court's not made any agreement regarding the possibility of a plea or sentence in this case with the prosecutor, defense attorney, defendant, or anyone acting in the interest of any of them other than as it's been set forth in the record today. I will refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. And we will set sentencing for March 5th at 8:15 a.m. Okay, so Mr. Zjac, someone from the probation department is going to be in touch with you to do a pre-sentence investigation interview. When you do that interview, please be truthful about this offense and about your background. At this point, I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Ms. Walsh from the probation department. She's going to collect your contact information and give you some information about what to do next.
Would it be possible, Your Honor, for me to have one more very brief conversation with my attorney before we do that?
1 second. Okay, Ms. Underwood, Mr. Smead is here. Do you need to speak to him?
Would it be possible, Your Honor, for me to have one more very brief conversation with my attorney if we do that?
1 second. Okay, Ms. Underwood, Mr. Smead is here. Do you need to speak to him?
Yes, thank you.
And I have someone here on a, looks like a mobile device. Your name is, screen name is just Zoom user. Can you tell me your name?
Betsy Service.
Okay, one second. Okay, Ms. Service, your attorney is speaking to another client right now. As soon as he's done, I'll have him speak to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Dagger Margosian, I do have Mr. Dews logged in. Are you going to need to speak to him?
Your Honor, I will not need to speak with him. However, it will be a HIDA case.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Zjac, I'm going to put you in a breakout now with Ms. Walsh.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Let's see. Okay, for the person that just joined the meeting on a Samsung device, can you tell me your name?
Nancy Stout.
Okay. Ms. Stout, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for a few minutes till I'm ready to call your case.
Okay, I know my lawyer was on a Zoom meeting. He said he'll be logging in as soon as it's over.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
How come I can't hear him?
Okay, so this is file 23-21455-FH, People of State of Michigan versus Matthew Eric Edward Smead. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, we're proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Williams?
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Attorney General Clarissa Williams on behalf of the people.
Rhonda Newitt on behalf of Mr. Sneed, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Sneed is not happy. He does not feel.
Can I speak for myself?
Mr. Sneed, I will just say one thing. You are and have been welcome to make an appointment to see me in person anytime at my office. Okay? I believe I have returned all your phone calls. So there we go.
May I speak now, Your Honor?
What is it you'd like to say, Mr. Smead?
All right. I've called Miss Underwood. Yeah, she called me yesterday. I called her back every hour all day yesterday, got no answer. I called her twice before the first of the year, left a voicemail and a message with her secretary, and never received a phone call till yesterday. I can't have a lawyer that's going to be too busy to call me back. She sits in the courtrooms and just waits for cases. She's got too many cases, and I feel she's not adequate enough to serve me as a lawyer.
What, other than you having difficulty getting together on the phone, makes you believe that she is not properly representing you?
How can she be representing me if she's busy sitting in courtrooms all day? How can she be doing her job?
I'll tell you that I also sit in a courtroom all day. Many other attorneys sit in courtrooms all day, trying cases, dealing with motions. We generally have busy schedules. So Is there anything other than the difficulty contacting her by telephone that you've outlined that makes you feel she's not effectively representing you?
And this is not the first time I've had her, and I had to ask for a different lawyer. When I got put on probation, I had to ask for a different lawyer because she was putting out jobs down in Adrian, and I don't even live in Adrian.
All
She
right,
doesn't.
You have not articulated anything that makes me believe that Ms. Underwood has been ineffective in representing you, and therefore I don't have a basis to remove her as your attorney. So you have the option of continuing with the public defender's office. If they want to reassign someone, that is their decision to make, but I'm not going to remove Ms. Underwood for the claim of ineffective assistance of counsel at this point.
Then
So
I will be making a phone call today to John Glacier to get her removed after I am done here. I no longer want her as my lawyer.
If we could have a new date, Your Honor.
all right, I will adjourn this to February 25th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Ms. Williams, anything else we need to address from the people's side?
Nothing from the people. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your time. Then you can go ahead and log out.
All right, thank you.
I believe that's my docket with you this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Underwood.
Welcome back, Ms. Walsh.
Thank you, Rhonda.
All right, Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Ms., or do you need to speak to Ms. Service?
If I could briefly, Your Honor, just to let her know what Mr. Morrow indicated for me to do today. Thank you.
Let me tell you, judges. Could we have Dawn Harrison for the judge, please? Thank you. And bye.
Good morning, sir. Are you Mr. Ketzner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Ketzner, your attorney is not logged in yet, so I'm going to put you back in the waiting room, and when he gets logged in, I'll bring you back in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Ms.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22374-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Betsy Lynn Service. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing by Ms. Service.
And Miss, you are Betsy Lynn Service?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Ms. Service's case today?
Your Honor, I guess I'm in kind of a predicament. Looking at the notes, Mr. Morrow was indicating, I guess the case has been pending maybe for some time, another pretrial. Ms. Service was asking for another pretrial to be set. She believes that there should be more discussion between Mr. Malaro and the prosecutor and the court. I believe Mr. Malaro was intending to set a Cobb's conference, and I don't know if that's happened yet. So Ms. Service was asking to set another pretrial, but Mr. Malaro had indicated that maybe because of the length of the case that's been pending, that a trial to set a trial date. So again, Your Honor, being ignorant of the case as I am, I guess I'm going to defer to Your Honor. I'm asking the court to set a pretrial because it seems like there needs to be more discussion. But obviously, if Your Honor is going to, wants to set a definitive deadline, then again, I defer to the court. I don't know how long the trial might take. So I guess that would be something for Mr. Sneed to chime in on. But again, I guess I don't know any more to tell the court other than that is that I think maybe another pretrial will be more appropriate, but whatever Your Honor wants to do, I guess we'll defer to that.
Mr. Sneed, is there anything that you need to address from the people's side?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I think I've advised in the past that I would be setting it for a trial today. Mr. Malaro's not here, so I want to have his input on the length of the trial. So for that reason, I will adjourn this to February 4th at 8:15 a.m. It will be set for trial on that day. If it is not resolved, this case has been pending since August of last year, and it simply needs to move forward in one direction or another at that point. So I will be setting a trial date on the 11th.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. My office will do the stipulation in order to adjourn for another pretrial on, I'm sorry, you said the 11th, correct, Your Honor?
Correct.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Service, you can go ahead and log out. Your next date is February 11th at 8:15 a.m. and you will log in using all the same Zoom information that you used today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Ms. Service. You have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Mr. Murphy, do you need to speak to Mr. Harris?
We could proceed on the record, then I could probably talk to him after if he wants to talk to me.
This is file 25-22314-FH, 25-22371-FH, and 25-22474-FH. People versus Dewan Pfeiffer Harris. We are here today for a pretrial conference in each of those cases. I believe there are also pending contempts in looks like 2 of the 3 cases. So first, let me have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing by Mr. Harris.
And Mr. Murphy, Mr. Harris is present from the Lenawee County Jail by Zoom. Sir, you are Dewan Pfeiffer Harris?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Mr. Harris's case?
Your Honor, from my understanding, again, I'm covering this file for Mr. Malaro, and from my understanding of the notes, Mr. Malaro is wanting to file a motion to quash on the matter and is waiting for the transcripts right now. I'm not sure how much longer it'll be before those come. So I'm asking for an adjournment for another pretrial. I'm just trying to look up to see when that was put in to try to give the court a time frame, I guess. Here. When do we put that in? I guess, Your Honor, probably just the next pretrial date that the court has that would be convenient for the court is what we're asking for if there's no objection by the people.
Sir Sneed, anything we need to address from your side?
No, I'm in place of Mr. Hartung. I don't think you would have any objection to a brief adjournment.
All right, I'll set it then for February 4th at 8:15 a.m.
February 4th, Your Honor?
Correct.
Thank you. It looks like it should be another 30 days or so for the transcript. I think it looks like we put it in at the end of November. My office do a stipulation in order to adjourn to February 4th at 8:15, Your Honor.
All right, thank you then. Mr. Harris, did you want to speak to Mr. Murphy at all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll put you in a breakout session with him right now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Moliterno, have you had any communication with Mr. Damshot? I do not have him logged in.
No, Your Honor, I have not. I do know that he was at Dawn Farm Spera, and I had some conversations with him since he was there. When I had my support staff call Dawn Farm Spera this morning when he was not on Zoom here, and they told her that he was moved to a different facility, gave her the number, and all she's getting is a busy signal. So I don't know when he got moved, so I'm not even sure if he's had notice.
What was the name of the facility?
She did not give me that. I know that he was at Dawn Farm Spera, and what I got from her just via text, because I'm at the courthouse, was that they just said he was at another facility and gave the number. So I need to find that out. I mean, we were going to ask for an adjournment today anyways for me to go over the stuff with him, but I imagine that I'll have to try to hunt it down myself. The number they gave is just a busy signal.
All right, let me call the case. This is file 25-22476-FH and 25-22477-FH, People versus Anthony James Damshot. We are here today for a pretrial conference. We're proceeding by video conference. Courtroom is also open to the public. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
I am Moliterno for the defendant, Anthony Damshot.
All right, and so it's my understanding then that Mr. Damshot was at a rehabilitation facility. That rehabilitation facility has advised that he is no longer there, but was moved to another facility for which we do not have a name, but we do have a phone number. and the phone number that is called is only giving a busy signal at this point. Is that all a fair recitation of what you just told me, Ms. Moliterno?
Yes, that is a fair recitation, and that's also my complete understanding right now.
All right, Mr. Sneed, anything you want to address?
No issues, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to adjourn this to next week, January 28th at 8:15 a.m. I'll just say if we're not able to locate him, I don't know what else to do at that point other than issue a warrant for him, but I can't have someone that was in rehab not able to be found.
I understand, Your Honor. I will track that number down and see where he's at.
All right.
Thank you.
Ms. Moliterno, could you prepare a stipulation in order for that adjournment to next week, please?
Yes, I will.
All right, thank you. Then we are all set.
Thank you.
And Mr. Kolesny, I do have Ms. Stout just brought into the meeting. Are you ready to proceed with her case?
I am, Your Honor. I don't know if you called the co-defendant already, and I apologize because I had a client in custody who was just arrested over the weekend that I had to deal with.
I have not called Mr. Ketzner's case because Mr. Glazier, his attorney, is not logged in. Were we going to do those together?
I think it's best that we do them together so we have the same dates for both of them. I don't know. I mean, if it's going to be a long time, then maybe we don't. Then maybe we shouldn't wait. But I don't know how long it's going to be.
I don't either because he's in another court, I presume, handling cases there. So I don't have any sense of how long that might take.
Well, as long as we get the same dates, I guess we can always change dates. So if the court wants to proceed, that's fine.
Okay. All right, then this is file 25-22372-FH, People of State of Michigan versus Nancy Elizabeth Stout. We are here today for a pretrial conference in the case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Arnold.
Allison Arnold for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please court, Todd Kaluzny on behalf of Nancy Stout, and I do see her on the Zoom as well.
And Miss, you are Nancy Elizabeth Stout?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Kaluzny, where do we stand with Ms. Stout's case today?
Well, Your Honor, I am filing 3 motions today. 2 of them have to do with the search warrant. We're probably going to end up needing a hearing on those motions, at least one of them. And another motion to dismiss based on lack of probable cause. Today is the date that we're supposed to have them filed by, so I was going to file them. I don't know if the court has e-file or if I could email them into the court. I would appreciate that. Otherwise, I'd have to have my client drive them over.
We do not have e-filing yet, which has not been given to us yet through the state, so we don't have that. You would have to contact the clerk's office. I don't know off the top of my head whether they accept documents for filing by email.
Okay, I don't think they do. So I guess I would have to have my client just drop them off today. So I'm not close to you guys. And I did talk to Miss Arnold yesterday about the motions. And so she should be aware of everything.
All right, Ms. Arnold, is there anything that you need to address?
No, Your Honor, I just asked that we get a couple weeks to respond. I'm not, I think based on my discussions with Mr. Kaluzny, we may have to take some testimony because I think there might be a dispute about whether law enforcement went into a residence before a search warrant was executed. But I think that would be what the testimony would be limited to, at least based on our preliminary discussion. So I don't think we need a super long time, but we will need a motion hearing date.
All right, so I'll adjourn the pretrial to February 25th at 8:15.
And then, Your
Yeah.
Honor, if we do need a I think we will need a hearing date because there is some factual issues that need to be we need testimony on, and then we would have that hearing on a day after that, I'm assuming.
Day after what?
After the 25th, or should we be prepared to have witnesses come and testify on the 25th?
No, we're not going to have time to do that on the 25th. What I'll ask you to do is maybe you can speak with Ms. Arnold and get a sense of how much time you'll need for an evidentiary hearing, and then contact the court. Or if there, I guess you said there's multiple motions, so let's get a sense of how much time we're going to need to handle all of that in one shot, and then contact the court and schedule a hearing date when you know how much time you're going to need.
Okay, so after it would obviously be after the 25th. I mean, I figure we have essentially there's two motions based on the search warrant. One of them is a motion to suppress based on there not being probable cause in the search warrant to actually issue the search warrant. That doesn't require any testimony. The other motion regarding the search warrant is regarding whether the police entered the home prior to the signing of the search warrant, prior to the issuance of the search warrant. That one's the one there's, I believe, a factual dispute. And then the other motion is regarding count one, the possession with intent to deliver methamphetamines, whether there was sufficient probable cause to issue the complaint and warrant in the first place. And that one does not require testimony either. At least I don't think so. Maybe, I mean, it's possible the court may feel that the court needs to remand it for an exam on that issue, or have testimony taken on that issue of whether there was probable cause or not. So, I mean, that would be in the court's discretion.
My understanding is that I'm not allowed to expand the record based on a motion to quash. I can just remand it for further proceedings. But again, what I ask is for you and Ms. Arnold to kind of on February 15th.
And can that be on Zoom as well, Your Honor?
So I said the 25th, not the 15th.
25th, yeah.
Yeah. Can that be on Zoom?
The pretrial, yes, on Zoom. The other hearings or presentation of evidence, once we schedule it, that will be in person.
Okay. On the date of the pretrial, could we argue the motions on that day?
No, we cannot. I don't have time on Wednesday mornings. I schedule, 15 to 20 pretrials back to back, and I have a jury trial scheduled starting at 10:30, so I just don't have time to hear a motion argument on those days.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Kolesny, would you prepare a stipulation in order to adjourn the pretrial to February 25th at 8:15?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you can sign my name to that.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
I think we're all set with this case then. You can log out.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. DeMont, have you had any communication with Mr. Peterson?
Your Honor, he is at Chanter Road Jail in Jackson. I did meet with him yesterday, and I've talked to him quite a bit.
Francis, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Can you try to call the Cantor Road Jail in Jackson and see if they can get D'Angelo Peterson for us?
I sure will.
And Your Honor, just with regards to that, I talked with Alex. We're just gonna ask for another pretrial date where it's still in plea negotiations at this point, if that helps.
If that's the case, then Francis, don't call then for Mr. Peterson. We'll just set another date if that's all you're gonna ask for.
Correct.
How far out do you want to go, Ms. Demont?
2 to 4 weeks should be sufficient. He has 2 co-defendants, I believe, that were just bound over, but are Miss McClure's, and I know Mr. Vianetta was going to talk with them and see what happened with that, and then if we could get any new offer on my end based on that.
Let's go with February 25th then at 8:15. And Ms. Demont, would you do that stipulation in order?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
We're all set there.
Thank you.
Mr. Murphy, you ready to proceed with Mr. Klein?
Yes, Your Honor, just give me a moment to get him into the office real quick. He's in the waiting room.
Causing dishonor. How's that? We better leave this on or off.
This is file 25-22426-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Mark Klein. We are here today for a pretrial conference and proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing by Mr. Klein.
And sir, you are Mark Klein?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with the case today?
Your Honor, I am covering for Mr. Malaro, and Mr. Malaro just asking to set for another pretrial if there's no objection by the people. He didn't give a time frame, so whatever fits the court schedule best is what we're asking for.
Mr. Sneed, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, I have no objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I'll adjourn to February 11th at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Murphy, would you do that stipulation in order, please?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll get that done.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, do you have anything else for Mr. Klein, or is he okay to go?
No, we're all set with Mr. Klein, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Murphy, then I have Mr. Valdez for you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, could you give me just one moment? Thank you, you too.
Okay, this is file 25-22482-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Samuel Raul Valdez. We are here today for a pretrial conference. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Matthew Murphy appearing by Mr. Valdez.
All right, I've just had one person log into the Zoom session. Let me see who this is.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
I am so sorry. My name is Anthony Damshot. I was at work. So I thought it was tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I'm just glad I could catch you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Damshot, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for a few minutes. We need to contact your attorney and get her logged back on.
Okay, thank you. I truly apologize again, and I am in sober living and everything out in Ann Arbor.
Okay, you got to stop talking. I can't talk to you without your attorney present.
Okay, thank you.
Francis, could you call the public defender's office and ask if Diane Molitierno could log back in, please?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so I have identified at this point everyone that is in the Zoom waiting room. There is no one present here in the courtroom at the moment. Mr. Valdez is not here, either in person or by logging into the Zoom session. Mr. Murphy, do you have anything you'd like to say about Mr. Valdez at this point?
Your Honor, I do apologize for his absence. Mr. Valdez, I tried to speak with him last before the holidays. He was someone who we were wanting him to go into Veterans Court. This case, it showed obviously there's an issue here that needs addressing, and that's the best way to deal with it. And speaking of Mr. Baronetto, that's what we wanted to do. Ultimately, we had an exam downstairs, and we had waived right before the exam with that. I unfortunately, there was some issue at my office. I dropped the ball in regards to getting the screening actually done for Veterans Court. So I was going to ask to adjourn today either way for that, but I don't think Mr. Valdez has a history of failing to appear. I honestly don't. I don't know though. I guess if the people have a different record than I do, but I believe Mr. Valdez is intending to avoid the court. If Your Honor be willing to maybe put a 48-hour hold on a bench warrant or something to that effect, I can try to reach him. The phone number didn't connect today or right now, but hopefully I can reach him soon and get him before the court. Again, I don't think he's trying to flee the court or anything like that, judging by the case and judging by how he has been down in district court. So again, I guess I'd ask the court maybe not do a bench warrant, maybe just set for next week. But if you are inclined to do a bench warrant, I would ask for maybe a 48-hour hold. If it's not required, I'd ask the court's grace to do that. Again, give me a chance to try to reach him and get this figured out. I do expect him to go into Veterans Court. It's just, again, I dropped the ball on that, so I apologize.
All right, Mr. Sneed.
Your Honor, ultimately we defer to the court's discretion. I've had a prior case with Mr. Valdez, and he's a veteran suffering from PTSD, which was evident in that case. This case does involve a weapon, however, so perhaps a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold would be appropriate in light of the charges.
All right, what I'm going to do is adjourn this to next week, January 28th at 8:15 a.m. I'm not going to issue a bench warrant at this point for Mr. Valdez, but I will treat this as a first failure to appear. If he doesn't appear next Wednesday, that would be a second failure to appear. And at that point, he would not be entitled to a 48-hour grace period. At that point, I would just issue a warrant directly if we go 2 weeks to pretrials without seeing him.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Should my office do a stipulation order for next week to adjourn to next week?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And thank you for logging back in, Ms. Molitierno. Mr. Damshot is now back in the Zoom session. You need to speak to Mr. Damshot.
I honestly just need contact information with him quickly, if I can do that.
All right, let me put you in a breakout session so that you can get that from him. I don't want him
Thank you.
saying that in the main session while we're live streaming.
Your Honor, I didn't have anything else down on my schedule. Was there anything else down from Mr. Malaro or myself that you had? Or is it okay for me to log off now?
No, I think you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Everyone have a good day.
You too.